Welcome back everybody to yet another Revopoint video. Great to have you with us right now. So what I want to go over in today's video is the new MetroY Pro. So I've gone over a previous video, we talked about MetroY and the benefits of it. That is an awesome scanner. Blue laser scanner, so it has the single line, the parallel lines, and the cross lines. MetroY Pro also has all of that, but it's a 2-in-1 scanner because we've added structured light to it. So why is structured light nice for items like this? Full of features, and it's not convenient to put markers on it, so it's a markerless item. You can markerless scan with structured light. That makes it really fast and handy. Also compared to MetroY, the Pro with the cross lines have added 4 more lines. So instead of 30, we have 34 cross lines, which is going to, of course, allow you to capture point clouds at a more rapid pace. And just showing this nice box compared to the MetroY, the Pro box is black, super sturdy. Let's open it up, see a little bit what's inside. It comes with a turntable for the auto turntable mode, which also is not included with MetroY, but the Pro does have that. And of course, all the other good stuff within there. So that is the Pro. And something Ash mentioned to me earlier is a lot of our users have brought out with Metro X and MetroY, they like to scan, they've been scanning a lot of plastic items, but dark items. So today, that's what we want to demonstrate. The Pro also has a wider view of vision. So something like this, a card tray, we've put markers on it, of course, but there's some areas on it just because of the features that honestly it's impossible to load it up with tons of markers. So because of the larger field of vision of MetroY Pro, it's going to be able to capture more and need less markers, which is great because it's hard to load this up with a lot of markers. But I'm still going to add some, as one of my marker balls is rolling away, I'm going to add some domes, balls, and pyramids around the side. And we're going to capture this Foley, infuse it, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same for the bottom, fuse that, and then we're going to merge it together and see how well MetroY Pro does in capturing this. Also, just like, I should bring this out as well, the Pro compared to the standard MetroY also has wireless mode, and you can use Revo Mirror. So for larger items that you're scanning, it gives you the freedom. You can disconnect from the cord and fully have the freedom of moving around your whatever item you're scanning, not worrying about getting tangled up in the cord. All right, let's try this out. I have these pyramids and domes all around it. Looking pretty good. We want to make sure that we really capture the sides well, because obviously flipping it gives the software a little bit more items and more features to recognize when auto merging it. So select dark black object. We already have it for cross lines, and it's set for marker tracking. Excellent. Let's turn on the turntable. And right now the target point distance is at 0.30. That's good. So when I flip it over, remember to also keep that consistent. Keep it at 0.30. And when fusing it, make sure both the top and the bottom of this card tray are both at 0.30. I'll turn the speed down a little bit. And what impresses me right away about it, this is obviously that tray area, it goes down a good 2.5 inches. But it's really able to capture those point clouds. The bottom fine, but especially the walls, that impresses me, how easy it can capture and fill in the point clouds of the wall of the tray. And again, with the wide view, the field of vision being wider, you're not going to have as many issues losing tracking because it's always going to be picking up some of those markers that you have on there. Even when you adjust the angle like this, it's not losing tracking. All right, let's see how this does. So I'll complete this scan. Fusion, and again, set it for 0.30. And while that is editing, we can flip this over, reposition our marker blocks a little bit. So some areas that I really wanted to especially capture well were these areas protruding down, because that's an obvious feature now that we're flipping it, inverting it. So as long as I captured those well on the previous scan, getting them really nice here, the software should be able to really auto-merge it quite well. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So there's some of those legs coming down. Yeah, I captured them all right. Obviously, it will be enough. But man, just looking at that hole there, the tray itself did a really great job capturing those features. So we want to get rid of the ice, clean up the isolation some. Before I even select isolation, I like to do it manually using this selector tool. Kind of just circle around the tray itself. All the selector tools with the Revo software is always very user-friendly and nice to use. And obviously meeting up with these two lines, you'll see that circle. But I do not want to delete that, of course, so you invert it, and it switches it around and delete that portion. Deselect it, and you can kind of see where you're at. Now we just need to get rid of the table, the point clouds of the table that we've captured. This is a nice selector tool for that. You can just slice it, but then reverse it and delete. Good, and now let's do isolation. It should have an easier time. So it is capturing one of these legs, so we do not want to delete that. Let's not run that yet, because we don't want those legs to be deleted. But it might be tricky. I'll apply and see what happens. So it did delete them. So let's reverse it, bring them back. So maybe for that, I guess I can always adjust the isolation rate so then it won't delete. The software won't detect those legs as something that we should delete. Let's try turning it up to 25 and see what happens. Still selecting them. Let's see if we can even turn it up all higher. Let's do 50. I might be going the wrong way. Let's turn it all the way down. There we go. That was the way to do it. I was going the wrong way. User error, not software error. All right, so that's that for now. We have it rotated. So let's click back then to marker scan, and let's get the bottom part of the tray scanned. So again, just make sure that target point distance is correct. It's the same as the previous one, and it is 0.30. Still on black object, cross lines, marker tracking. Let's do it. Of course, every once in a while, I'll play with the angle of the scanner a little bit. Vertical, parallel. It will adjust how the point clouds that you capture in the different crevices and the nooks of this item. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's process this some. Complete the scan. And again, just make sure when fusing it, keep it at the same as the previous, the top when we had it inverted, which was 0.30. In the meantime, I'll get this set up for the next scan we want to do with the structured light or full field. For that, I can just put it on the smaller turntable. Okay, very good. Looking pretty nice. These areas that I was a little concerned with, capture them well. Parts here, the legs that shoot down, so that should give it some good reference points for merging. But let's do the same thing that we did previously. Let's outline it and delete this extra noise. Reverse it. Deselect that selector tool, then we still have this table. point clouds from the table that we need to delete. And just previously doing this, taking care of this noise manually before you just run the isolation is handy because it doesn't allow the software to get confused thinking that the table or those markers are part of the scan itself. Just simplifies the process a little bit. Okay, good. Run the isolation. All right, now we're ready to try to merge this. Let's see what happens. So just go over to the merge section here, click on that, select the two items. And we're not doing manual alignment. We're going to do auto alignment, so that's feature because it's going off the features that you've captured. And click Generate Model. Okay, that just popped up for some reason. Let's try it again. Okay, so just trying twice by feature alignment, it didn't work out. Most likely because of me not capturing enough point clouds. So now let's try manual alignment. So just click it from feature to manual, and it's going to pop up like this. So now you need to literally select the points that you want to match up. So get your item oriented so it's the same. So obviously the tray facing upward. Some good spots to, like right here, obviously you can already see there's two legs here. And there's only one there, so I missed that. That would have been nice if I would have clearly caught that, but I didn't. So, but let's put a little point here, right on the corner. And then same with this one. 1, 1. Good. And since this one doesn't exist in Model 2, let's rotate it around. So these two are facing, and I did capture both of these okay on this side. And again, let's put the second marking right there in that corner. Second one right here. Good, and then let's put another one right here. And maybe just maybe, it'll figure it out right here. Yeah, look at that. So it did match it up now with those three. But I could have made my life a whole lot easier, of course, if I just would actually put to practice what I was preaching to you about making sure you scan the sides properly. So you just got to be a little more patient on items like this, an item that you're going to merge. These parts that really protrude out that you're going to be needing in automatic merge function, capture those point clouds solidly. So I would have needed to spend more time on the sides. But now that this is lining up okay, let's generate our model. All right, so here we go. Here is our merge result. Not too bad, but there's definitely a big issue here. As you can see, this could at first glance appear that there's a hole issue, so we could just do fill holes, but that's actually not what's going on. What's going on here is the layers are a little off. So you remember when I manually was selecting the dots in the manual merge function, naturally there's going to be some human error there. I only picked 3 dots, and as I'm matching it around, the software is going to try to match that up, but in matching it up, it might take my human error and get those layers wrong, so actually push the top scan through the bottom scan. So what we're looking at right here is not a hole, but simply the thickness is off and the layer is being pushed, the top layer is being pushed through the bottom. So how do we fix that? Well, when I originally scanned this card tray, I did automatic. I didn't do manual. And that was great. And it worked for me. So I could go back and rescan the top and the bottom and really get a thorough scan. So possibly when we were doing the video, I didn't do a thorough enough scan. So I could go back and redo all that. That'd be fine. I could also go back and, while manually merging, add a few more dots. You know, a few more selector points. Here. I only did 3, maybe do 5 or 6. And then hopefully it would get that thickness right. The layers would be correct. It wouldn't be spreading away from each other or going into one another. That could fix it. Another thing, which I'm going to demonstrate now that we can try, because we know the top scan is good and the bottom scan is good, let's add another scan. So I'm going to scan the tray vertically, because by scanning it vertically, that's going to give both the top and the bottom together, and it's going to allow the software to know the true thickness of this tray. So then I'm going to take that result and merge it with the top. So I'll have the vertical scan of both the bottom and the top, merge it with the existing top, and I'll have that merged one, and then merge that with the existing bottom, and that'll give me the perfect result. So let's demonstrate that now. Okay. So let's scan this vertically now. We got to bring the turntable up on the table. And I need my remote for this. So what I want to do, we already have these marker bars set up on here. I'm going to have it leaning up like that. I'm going to get that vertical scan. Thank you, Ash. So the whole point is why I'm getting this vertical scan, as I mentioned, and I'm going to merge that with the existing top, and then we'll have that merge result. And the reason why then we are taking that result and merging it with the existing bottom is because I'm still not getting the point clouds right here. You know, it's n plus the part that's leaning up against the bar. So to really get that clean scan, we need to put all those together. And then it'll just be this beautiful merge, beautiful result. So let's lean this up. And there we go. And I have actually, okay, I was using the MetroY Pro, as you know. To make this even more interesting, I'm going to bring out the old Metro X. Why am I going to do this? I just want to show you the versatility of our merging software. So as long as you're fusing it, at the same point cloud distance, it doesn't matter what scanner you're using. So you could have the Metro X, the Metro Y, you could be using Track It. But if you're fusing it at the same point cloud distance, you could take those results and merge them together using the different scanners. So I'm going to be a little nostalgic and pull out the Metro X and get this vertical scan with it. And we'll merge the results. All right, let's get this thing running. So again, make sure you select black object. We can also adjust the target point distance. That was 0.30 when using MetroY Pro. We'll turn our turntable on. In this particular scan of the vertical portion, you don't have to be as thorough because you already have a pretty thorough top and bottom. But we're mainly just doing this so that we can get the thickness correct. So if it's not the most thorough, not the most full point cloud scan, that's okay. And again, using the Metro X again, you know, I really enjoy it. It's a great scanner. It's collecting these point clouds excellently. But yeah, I'm noticing a little bit the field of view is clearly a little bit smaller than the MetroY. And of course, not having as many cross lines. It's not collecting the data as fast, but it is still doing a great job. Not losing tracking. Okay, I'm pretty content with that. Let's complete this. Fuse, and this is the important part, make sure you fuse it at the previous MetroY's top and bottom. We fuse that at 0.30. Also fuse this at the same. Very nice. We need to do some cleanup here, take these bars out. But I'm just, for clarification, I'm going to just rename this as vertical to simplify so we don't get mixed up later. All right. So use your selector tool, and it's okay if you take a little bit out, a little bit of the point cloud data that you've captured of the tray away, because remember, we already have a very thorough scan of the top. Delete that. Let's also have a bar here that's kind of touching. Actually, it's touching in two spots. Now we should be able to isolate this, and it'll just automatically remove those marker bars. Detect them. Excellent, there we go. Cool. So now we have the vertical scan data. So let's merge now vertical with the existing top from what we previously captured in the video. And with this, we should be able to just do feature alignment because we have that much extra data. I should not have to do manual alignment. Generate your model. Excellent, but obviously you see right here, these are some holes because we did not capture that just now with the vertical, and when we originally did the top, so to fix that, we can just continue merging, take this merge number 2 result and merge that with the existing bottom one that we did earlier. And again, just feature alignment, generate your model. Beautiful, there we go. That's looking much better, and we haven't even meshed it yet. So now let's go back and let's select merge 3, and now finish the process with meshing it. Much better. So now previously where we saw all this area here, that issue is fixed. The thickness is correct, the layers matched up perfectly. Now we just can actually use the fill holes function for the areas that actually did truly miss when scanning. So let's detect them. We can just select the whole thing. And there you have it. That is a beautiful result of this card tray. Big difference from the original result I had, right? When I just merged the top and the bottom. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, one of the benefits of MetroY Pro is it is a 2-in-1 scanner. It also has the full field structured light option. And why is that nice? To scan items like this that are full of features and honestly literally impossible to put markers on because of how feature rich it is, all the crevices. There's no flat area on this line to put markers. So using full field, it's markerless scanning. So 2-in-1, having the laser scanner and full field all-in-one scanner with the MetroY Pro. Let's see how it does. I switched over to feature scan already from marker scan. Have it set for the full field option, and this is a general scan. It's not dark object. Start our turntable up and let's do this. The top a little bit. It was too soon for that. And maybe there's just some spots that we've missed a little bit here. Let's try to fill those in, capture those point clouds. Maybe a little bit under the chin. Again, play with the angle of the scanner. All right, should be pretty good. complete the scan. Looking pretty nice. Let's fuse it. We'll keep it consistent with what we were doing earlier with the cross lines, 0.30. Looking pretty awesome after just fusing it. Let's do some isolation. Overlap detection. Let's mesh it. And there we have it. Check that out. Oh, look at the details on that. Really captured it well with full field. Have a couple areas I missed. Didn't capture the point clouds, but overall, just the detail, even looking at the texture that it's capturing of its lion's mane and around its mouth. Really pretty awesome. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and watching the video. That was an intro into MetroY Pro and the benefits. Again, 2-in-1 scanner, blue laser, and full field. And obviously also having the ability coming with the auto turntable for turntable function, auto turntable function. So there we have it, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the video today. It was nice showcasing the new MetroY Pro, the benefits of it. Again, it is a 2-in-1 scanner with the laser and full field option, and also coming equipped with the auto turntable for auto turntable mode. So again, it's up to you. The MetroY, the standard is great. You know, it has all the things we just mentioned, but with the Pro, you're getting the 2-in-1 with full field and auto turntable mode. But you're going to have great results with either one. So thank you for tuning in. Hopefully the video was helpful to you, and we'll catch you in the next one.